It's hot as shit out. We're on our way to the post office. I got some packages to drop off, some cameras that sold. But I've got the GoPro mounted on my Fed 5C. Mounted on this Fed 5C is a lens, allegedly. It's a 2.5. It's like a 50-2.5 or something like that. We'll see. We'll see how it shakes out. I have very little confidence in this camera's ability to take a good photo. But the lens was like 30 bucks, I think, 35 bucks, and it shipped in from Kazakhstan, of all places. And I have loaded in a $5 roll of Fomapan 100. And given that it's really bright out, I think that this is a good choice, because you don't really need fast film in this environment. But the purpose of this exercise is to hopefully show that film photography can be cheap. Or affordable, I should say. Affordable is a better term. Cheap, I think, cheap is not accurate, but affordable. The camera was free-ish. The lens, we'll say 40 bucks, okay? The roll of film, $5 and some change. My Dignity, $0. It's fucking worth about as much. The fuel, now that's going to be expensive, but you know, you can just walk out of your house, basically, like walk outside, take a little walk in a park, whatever, which is kind of what I'm going to do. But I'm going to drive because it's hot as shit and I don't really want to walk any more than I have to. So we'll say, you know, you're probably not going to get a camera for free, but we'll say, you know, maybe $20 camera. So all in, we're at $65, $20 camera, $40 lens, $5 roll of film. Developing cost is $13 at Darkroom. So all told, 79 bucks, and I should get 24 images, and 2 of them might be half good. All right, so we are at a park. It usually is like full of kids, but because it's 90 degrees out, I think most people are, you know, near water, as they should be. So what better time to go outside than now? So I'm gonna change this on my phone to 100, f6, f5.6, 500. So let's do 11, 250. 11. With this, you have to make sure it's advanced before you change the shutter speeds, because it's Russian. And everything is held together with hope and bubblegum, pretty much. Now, the good thing about the viewfinder is that it just doesn't work. So I don't really know when or if what I'm shooting is in focus, but that's okay, because that's not fun anyway. Frame lines also don't help. I'll have to do a close-up through the viewfinder here, but basically what I can see is this small patch to one side, so completely offset to one side, and it does not look very good. Now that's interesting. Like, if there's a way, I think I need a tighter lens, but the basketball hoop through there, yeah, the focus lines are completely fucked. But if I'm shooting at infinity, that should be fine. Hot as hell. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at now. Got a lot of other shit that I brought with me to shoot with. Got the old, no, not that contact. That's probably important. Or not, who knows? So we'll find out. Let's see. I want to finish up this roll. And I got this whole other bag of bullshit, so that's good. Got the old basketball hoops here, but you see the light is just terrible. This is a Nike court, I think. That's cool, I guess, if you're into that sort of thing. I feel like that could be an interesting shot. The turret of that house back there, just kind of poking up, is cool. If I could get lower, that'd be better, but that's fine. It's hot as shit. I don't know if I've mentioned that yet. I'm kind of trying to just shoot at infinity because I don't want to purposely make things out of focus, but it's very, very limiting. So, I don't know, try to mix it up a little bit. I'd be curious to see, I don't know, does anyone who follows me like baseball? Because it never really stuck with me. It would definitely have some signs of fireworks here and there. I don't know, baseball was just never really my thing. A lot of people really love it. I just think it's kind of, I don't know, not my cup of tea. It's too many games, I think, is what it really comes down to. A lot of games, and a lot of the times I don't know what's going on. The Nikon that I'm shooting with here does have a Japanese data back to it, which is kind of, I don't know, something interesting, you could say. Let's see. Kind of like this too, like that just, I don't trust this autofocus either, because it keeps telling me that this is like mountain distance, and it's just evidently not. This is very much closer, but I don't know. I'm gonna grab this in black and white too. Just hope that that's relatively close to being in focus. I'd like to get the traffic cone here too. I think these are meter measurements here. So I don't know, that's 3 meters maybe? 2.5? I'll try 2.5, we'll see. And then I'm gonna try 3. This is one of the good things about shooting cheap films. You can kind of experiment. And I think that's kind of the other point that I want to make, is that this is not an exercise that you should partake in if you want to shoot kind of like affordable film photography, because you should really be more concerned about making them count more than anything. I like this. I like the water fountain. And when I say that, I mean like take a month to shoot through a roll of film, you know, like going out in the span of like a day to shoot a roll of film is not, that's not something you should aspire to do. Like it's fun, it's a fun exercise, and just seeing like how many different shots you can kind of come up with. But if you really want to make the film shooting experience one that you can savor and enjoy, the more time you spend with it. This shutter just sounds so vacant. The better, like you stretch it further, if that makes sense. Versus what I'm doing now, I'm just kind of trying to get through the roll just to test this camera out. And I'm not all that concerned about composition and stuff. It's just ripping and dipping, so to speak. It's not always the best approach. So I guess if you're watching this is like a guideline for how to do film photography, I don't recommend that. I think this is just more of a exercise in the outcome of affordable film photography. You know, cheap camera, cheap film, cheap lens, what are the results? Don't follow the workflow. And honestly, depending on the quality of photos, which probably aren't going to be great, maybe don't follow this recipe. This is just more of a, hey, what'll happen? You know, fuck around, find out sort of situation. But anyway, I think that does it for this environment here. I think air conditioning sounds better right now. Got a couple other spots I want to hit up. So we'll do that and then kind of keep going from there. I like the way this looks. I think this is nice, but I think it looks better than it would look in a photo, if that makes sense. That being said, I'm a sucker for shadows. Give that a rip, and then I should be done with this now, but who knows, I might have broken the contact. There we go. Okay, and then with this it is like that. Oh, and it rewinds the film as you go. That's so cute. I actually love that. Apparently the LX does that, but I've yet to shoot with it. Not a very subtle thing, this camera. All right, cool. Got that done. And I think that's where I want to head. To the top of the hill there. On to the next. I will be very surprised if the GoPro battery lasts long enough for this video, but we'll see. We'll see. Got a backup camera, if anything, so I'll just use that, but it's nice in the shade, temperature-wise. A shitload of confetti, which is awesome. I love waste. Such a big fan of that. Nice little area. It's like up on the top of a hill. It's a very, very bad idea, I think, getting this much closer to the sun. It's quite tranquil. There's a lot of benches and stuff. Areas of contemplation, if you so choose. There's also somebody parked in front of a fire hydrant, which is hilarious. Just feel like it's a pretty universally known no-no there, but don't give a fuck out here, dude. Like, doesn't matter at all. Do whatever you want. And I came up here for the eclipse. Couldn't really see shit, but it was interesting to like watch other people looking at the sun. Just kind of a funny concept. There's a tennis ball. It's nice. I kind of want to scoot over here because there's a pretty decent view. I think sunset and sunrise up here would be much nicer than the middle portion of the day, but sunrise is at like 4 and sunsets at like 9, and those are indoor sleepy time hours for your boy, so noon is what you get. There's the Prius in question over there. I like this tower thing, but I don't know. I don't know if there's a great way to capture it. And that is a view, if I ever did see one. Let's see. I'm curious to see how that'll show up on black and white. We shall see, we shall see. Got a few shots left in the roll too, so not too much longer before we're done with it. Let's see. I love the graffiti here. This is so hard not it being like I cannot see the whole frame. I'm really hoping I can get a good shot of like what the framing looks like, because it is next to impossible to see everything I'm trying to get a picture of. It's like a little vignette. But that through there looks kind of cool. So I want to see if I can grab a bit of a different perspective through the trees here. I have to goose that down a little bit. Let's see. Infinity. I'm gonna give that another try here. I feel like we should be getting close to the end. And final shot. Oh, this is beautiful in through here. Yeah. Kind of want to just grab another one of those because, again, I don't really know how these are going to turn out. How do I still have film left? Did I load it properly? I'm pretty sure I did. And then final shot. Let's see. We'll do it up here. Okay, I think we're done. How do I rewind this? How does one go about this?